Welcome to Pasifika Maths. In today's lesson, we are going to look at factors. What is a factor, you might say? Well, it is a number that divides into a given number with no remainders. Or some might tell you that it's two whole numbers multiplied to give a product. The numbers we tend to multiply are the factors of the product. What does it look like? Well, 2 times 4. 2 and 4 are factors of 8. 8 is your product. Hence, multiplying two numbers gives a product. The numbers we tend to multiply are the factors of the product. Let's look at an example. What is the factor for 1? Well, if we think about it, what number multiplies to give us 1? Well, 1 times 1 is 1. Therefore, the factor of 1 is 1. What about 2? Can you think of numbers that can multiply to give you 2? If you came up with 1 and 2, you were correct. 1 and 2 are factors of 2 because when multiplied, it gives us 2. Let's look at another example. What are you going to do in this one? Well, we're going to write down the factors in pairs. So, let's think of numbers that will multiply to give us 6. 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 6 in pairs, 2 and 3 in pairs. So write down the factors in pairs. And then double check your pairs and make sure that those numbers actually multiply to give you 6. Let's try another one. Let's look at 20. So, we're going to write down the factors in pairs. So what numbers multiply to give you 20? There's 1 and 20. 1 times 20 is 20. What about 2? Yes, 2 goes into 20. How many times? 10 times. So 2 and 10 are also factors of 20. What about 3? Does 3 go into 20? No, it doesn't. So 3 is not a factor of 20. What about 4? 4 and 5 are factors of 20. Therefore, double check your pairs. Now remember, do your factors in pairs. As you can see, forms a little rainbow. Now, just to recap, what are factors? A factor is a number that divides into a given number with no remainder. It is when we multiply two numbers, which are factors, to give us a product. An example is 20. The numbers that multiply to give us 20 are 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Now remember, write down your factors first, and they need to be in pairs. And then double check your pairs. And that is it. That is how we find factors. Hope you enjoyed our lesson today. We hope to see you again soon.